Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It is IJ and
Uchenna.
Dior is not with us today, but we are super excited to bring you Married at First Sight Season 14, Boston.
Let's go.
I know. So, Uchenna, it has been, when did they say they were in Boston last? I think it
4 years
was,
ago.
no, I think it was longer than that.
I thought so too, but then Mark was saying that he auditioned 4 years ago, or he tried 4 years ago.
It was 2017. 17,
Okay.
18, 19, 20, 21. Oh, I guess it is 4 years ago. All right, Mark.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
4 years ago, they were in Boston and they're back. And
Yes.
this whole group is kind of scary.
Yeah. I mean, I like people, and then other people, I'm like, ooh, you're a bit extra. Let's see how this pans out.
Some are kind
Yeah.
of, oh,
Yeah, I know, but they need
but
to be drawn out of their shell,
yeah,
and hopefully they'll do that with each other. But
right.
let's go through each couple as they were
Yeah, I
introduced.
did want to say something though. I
Mhm.
am not going to, like last season, how we fell deeply in love with people early.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
even do that. I'm not going to get to my heart broken.
No, we learned our lesson. We're quick
Yes,
learners. Yeah,
yes, we are.
yeah.
So let's go ahead. Let's get into it.
Okay, so the
3 hours,
first,
but okay.
I know, I know.
With
The first,
15-minute commercials.
especially since they did last week the introduction to the process, and we got to know the couples. I didn't think we needed an hour and a half of introductions again,
I know.
but
It would Lifetime, if you guys can cut down in the TV commercials, we greatly appreciate it because
yeah,
I was able to take a
about
whole
5 minutes.
shower. It
I
was
know they're
incredible.
about 5 minutes long. All right, so we gotta go. We gotta
I
go.
know, we
Let's
gotta go.
go.
Let's go.
Okay, so the first couple was Lindsay and Mark. Mark
Mark the
was
Shark.
Mark the Shark, MIM. So, no, MIS, sorry, MIS. So he is a repeat offender. He tried out, like we said, 4 years ago, got very far in the process. Then they said, we can't find anyone for you. And he was heartbroken, literally. And then he had to go. So he tried again. And at first it's like, why are we gonna do this guy again? He didn't make it the first cut, but I like him. He has
I,
yeah,
I
he
like
has a
him.
lot of energy, and he has those crazy eyes. But I think it's because
And his mouth is like this.
oh no lips.
It's like his mouth is like squeezed, but
Yeah,
something about him you like. Like
yeah, he's
I
like a
like him.
guy's guy
Yeah,
with feelings, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah,
He seems like straightforward, funny, hilarious. Will
high
listen to
energy. He
yeah.
looks good, you know. At first I thought he was, not in shape, but he is in shape.
Right, right. He
He
works
works
out, he
out.
says.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
says he
he
works out.
looks good. I like him.
Super
And I
tanned
think his
though.
say what?
Super tanned
Yeah.
for living in Boston, but okay.
Boston. They must have a tanning bed at all the gyms. I'm sure they do. So I think the reason why his eyes are so buggy is because he has so much energy and he's excited, you
Yeah,
know? Yeah.
but I think he would be the type of person that would be that dad that would be a coach.
Oh yeah. Oh
Be
yeah,
that
for
dad
sure.
that be rooting his kids on, come
Yeah.
home, leave work behind him, and be himself, fully invested in the family.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with
Yeah,
that.
he
I think he'll make a great husband, great father for someone. Not sure if it's Lindsay, but so she seems like she's a little touched. You know I'm touched in the head, right?
I'm still trying to figure out. Like I thought, is she an alcoholic? But they would have vetted that out and would not have let that
Hopefully,
pass in.
I think she might just be.
And
I don't know. She
she's one
kind
of
of
those people
reminds
that
me.
she's one of those people that like when you meet her, fine, but as you get to know her, you notice that there's a slight offness to
Yeah,
her.
yeah,
But she
right.
seems like a good person, right?
She seems like a super good person, but she's just slightly touched. And I hate to say this, but she kind of reminds me of Michaela from last season. But she's not crazy in an angry, I'm gonna get you. She's crazy in a like
Bipolar kind of.
emotional, what?
Not bipolar. Like she's like you're right,
Like a
emotional, like explosion.
gin, right,
Emotional
yeah,
explosion where it's just like she goes
too
from
much.
0 to 100. in
Right.
5 seconds, and you're just like, did I miss something in between that?
Right. Right. Yeah.
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 But
She's not.
is it because of the nerves?
Well, no, I don't think so. Because her family, when she told them that she was getting married, they kept on saying, Lindsay's a lot to handle. She's a lot to handle. And they're like, Lindsay, you can't say how you feel all the time. You got to kind of like watch what you say. So I think she's a handful, probably 5 handfuls. And I think, I kind of almost feel sorry for Mark because he's really into the process and he wants this to work so badly. I think she just might be too much,
I
right?
wonder if she's too old and set in her ways to maybe
She's only
change.
30, right?
Let me see. Excuse me while I look into my notes.
Please do.
Lindsay. I have Lindsay as 34.
Oh, okay. All right. She's 34. Okay.
So Lindsay is 34. I don't know if she's too old. She looks kind of a bit older, but okay. I don't know if she's too old to change in her ways or not, but maybe he can help bring her in a little bit, pull her in a little bit and get her settled. And maybe we're not seeing her on her normal day to day, but I can tell you this, and I'm going to skip a little bit ahead. When they were at the bridal shower, she had all the girls dead on. When she sat there to talk about each of the girls, I was like, okay, all right, we can be friends with you because you had them dead on.
Right, yeah. So that bachelorette party made me like her more because during the whole introduction section, I wasn't feeling her. I was like, well, she's too much.
Yeah. What do you think about her? I know we think she's an emotional explosion, but do you also think that it's a way to hide hurt and protect herself too?
It might be.
Because I think she's going through some stuff with her family. It'll be interesting to hear the family dynamics of what she's so embarrassed to talk about. It'll be interesting to see it. But her brother seems very reserved and stable.
Oh yeah. Even her dad, she's the only outgoing one, really.
Yeah. So so anything else about her that they found in particular? I can tell you what my notes said about Lindsay. She's a ball of energy. She's a nursing person. She's a caretaker, just like Mark the Shark. He takes care of his mom. He's a caretaker too. Yeah. They both love cats.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. But
I don't know either. But one thing that's interesting in almost all of the people on this season, they have a lot of emotional issues from their childhood, a lot of deaths, a lot of abandonment. So it's interesting to see how all of that will come in play as they go through their relationships, because they all seem to have, most of them have something tragic that's happened to them.
Right. And and Mark, I'm just kind of sad because Mark Lindsay I hope she doesn't hurt him.
I'll be mad at the people if they don't got this right for Mark. I mean, from what we see from him from now, he might turn out to be an asshole, but from right now, he seems like he's a genuine guy.
He was well behaved at the bachelor party. I don't want to
let's not get into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just they better not. Y'all have better not mess up with Mark. And Lindsay, I feel like she needs somebody like Mark who's going to be able to take her in, shift through all the mess and try to help calm her down. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And it was interesting to see their process because I never really watched the last week's episode. I never watched any other seasons where they looked and found people. So they really did do like an in-depth evaluation of these people. And so they can only go off what they show them at that time.
Right.
So it might be, they might not have been able to see like last season, Michaela's craziness and stuff like that. So
right.
We'll see how right they got it. All right. So the next couple is Olajuwon and Katina. So I like him. I do like him, but he claims that he's an F-boy turned good. I still think, and he's genuine about it. He really thinks that he has changed his ways, but I think there's still
A lot of
some
F-boy in
F-boy
him.
left in him,
A
even though
lot.
he doesn't want to be one. I think
But when
there's
the
still
opportunity presents itself, he can't help it. But
right,
we'll get to that in a minute. So
right.
let's just talk about him. So Olajuwon, he's bright spirit. It's like he has a new lease on life. I feel like he wants to
Yeah,
round that corner, wants to let go of the past. It's
right.
always funny when people say, you know what? When girls meet me, they always think I'm a playboy.
It's because you
Really?
are.
Yeah, you are. Okay, so
Yeah,
you are. Okay, they're not
right,
just making
right,
it up, but
right.
now he's turned his corner. I think he's a physical trainer. Is that right, Olajuwon? He
I
works
don't.
out. Yeah, he would like to work to make yeah. He wears his heart on his sleeve, he says, and he does a lot of working out, and he wants somebody
Right.
that's physically fit like he is.
Right. So my thing is like he took that 2 years. He said he took 2 years to really work on himself, but he really didn't say how he worked on himself. Did he not date for 2 years? Was he celibate for 2 years? Did he get therapy? Did he just work out even more? Like we don't know what he did.
Mhm.
And like it'll be interesting to see if what he did really worked.
Right.
And so I guess time will tell if he gave up his playerish ways or not.
Player.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, and also when I watched the show last week and was looking at his house, nobody's house was like fabulous.
Right. Right.
It was
Except
just
the realtor's house was nice,
yeah,
but Boston's is expensive. So that might be the reason why. And
it
you're right.
is really
He
expensive.
owns his own home. So he has a job. I just can't remember what his job is. Yeah.
Hmm. So yeah, so he's 29, and oh yeah, he's a wastewater manager,
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
and he's
Yeah.
29. So he's kind of young.
Yeah, he is young, and it's great that he owns his own home at 29.
Yeah, and
So,
he's a manager, wastewater plant. So yeah.
yeah, so kudos to him.
Hmm.
So, what shocked me is that he had like several aliases that he gives to girls.
I know that, right?
Yeah. And at first I didn't understand why, but then he explained it later on in the episode, and he
Yeah.
does it so he won't get caught. Like he tells this girl, I'm Isaac, and he tells this girl, I'm like David. So if she says, hey, I'm dating Isaac, and hey, I'm dating David, they don't think it's the same person.
I know. That tells me you're not serious in those relationships.
No, he knew he wasn't serious. He said he was just there to have sex. That's it.
Yeah.
He wanted no relationship.
Yeah, that to me, that's a serious player.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's a
yeah.
serious player. If you're, I'm not going to get into it anymore. Okay.
And how does he also keep track of the names that he's
A
giving
girl,
the
that's, you know what, he probably has a coded way he does it and he
right,
remembers,
right.
but when you're with somebody and somebody says, hey, David, oh, you talking to me? Oh,
Right. You better not do that. Yeah.
so what do you think about his partner?
Katina, she's
Katina,
she's gorgeous. She's
she's
a stunner.
gorgeous. Yeah, her
Stunner.
wig was on point.
Both of
Katina,
them.
girl,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
finally,
She's a stunner, but I'm a little worried because I think she wants to
she's
be an
reserved.
influence. What?
She's reserved.
She's reserved, but no, I think she wants to be an influencer. So I
Why do you
wonder if
think that?
because she does her makeup perfectly, almost like she does the best makeup I've ever seen on that show because it's so like professionally done, almost like an Instagram person. And then she was also when Dr. Pepper met her at the restaurant, she was talking and doing like a story, an Instagram story. And she kind of seems like that type,
Well,
but
she's
she is,
30
yeah.
and she's 30 and she's a benefit collections. She's a benefit girl. Let me get my glasses on because I can't see. She's a benefit analyst. Benefit
Okay.
analyst. Mm-hmm. And she's 30. So if she's trying to get into, maybe she
You
just
don't think
has
so?
no, I don't think so. I don't
Okay.
think so.
She
She
just has
doesn't
that
really
look.
have that personality to be that type of an influence. You have to be more outgoing.
Right.
She's like she said, we'll get to the bachelorette party thing, but
Right. Mm-hmm.
yeah, she has a good relationship with her family, it seems. She knows
Mm-hmm.
what she wants. She's ready to settle down. And
Yeah.
and yeah, so I think they look like they would be a decent couple. I don't know yet. I'm kind of reserved.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can hear you. No, my
Okay.
microphone was blinking, so I wasn't sure if
Okay.
it was on
Okay.
mute or not.
No,
But
you're fine.
okay. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so what do you think about them as a couple?
I don't know. Like I'm almost worried like I was with Mark and Lindsay. Like she's into it, she's ready. I don't know if Olajuwon is ready. He wants to be
Man.
ready, but I don't think he's
And
ready
they
yet.
loved Olajuwon.
They did. Because
Dr.
he has a
Pepper
great
and
personality.
yeah, they all loved him. And
But
I'm
they
just
didn't see
like,
him at bachelor party.
I know they were like, what the H did we get into?
Right.
Because
I know.
this,
Okay, but we're digressing
yeah,
again.
yes. So next couple.
Right. So what do you think about them as a couple though?
I'm reserved. I've learned I can't make judgment on first impressions. I've
Right.
got to see what actually happens when they're living together. I've
Mhm.
learned that lesson and I'm gonna wait to make my judgment till later on. No matter
Right.
how
Yeah.
much you and Dior try to pressure me, I'm not going to make any decision
Well,
till I
you
feel
can't wait
comfortable.
that long. You can't wait until the middle of the show.
Well, you
I
know
think
what?
after honeymoon,
We have to do
then I
everything.
think we can decide. We can give our
Okay.
prediction.
Okay. All
Mhm.
right. All
Right.
right.
Okay. So the next couple was Steve and Noy.
Okay. Okay. I'm
Mhm.
excited about them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am. I am.
Yeah,
So
I like him. I think he's cute, mature, he's nice, adventurous, but there's a huge red flag. He has no job. That's huge.
well, he's
He's
38.
38. He's 38 and no job right now. I
Right. Right.
mean, that's like a no-go.
That was kind of hard for me to understand. Why would you? But he has to have some money.
He does because he was traveling. But okay, pandemic hit, you lost your job. But does that mean you go off and you take off traveling, or you take off traveling for a little bit and then you go try to find another job?
I think that he might be in a spot in his life where he needs that freedom. And maybe he's tired of working for a while and he has enough money saved up that maybe he has 2 years worth of income saved up. And if he does, good for him. All right, take off then, you know. But I'm sure that we'll find out more about it and what he does have saved off because he's living in his own, from what I saw in the interview process, he's living in a home. And
Mhm.
it's not like he's living off his parents or his friends going from
Right,
couch to couch to couch. That would be a
right.
serious issue.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
but I would need him to be actively looking for a job. I mean, you had your 6 months or whatever it was. Now it's time to get real. You're married now
right, right,
and you're
right,
38. It's close to time to have kids.
right.
Yeah.
I Noi looks younger than what she actually is.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
she was like 27, 26, but she's 33.
Yeah. She's
And that
super
caught me off.
cute.
She is.
Super
She
cute,
is.
but she probably had bad acne when she was a kid, unfortunately. What?
I saw that too. Yeah, I caught. And I
Yeah,
look
unfortunately, but she's still super cute, bubbly
right.
personality,
Mhm. Yeah,
yeah.
I would have preferred her hair a little bit darker.
I thought it looked nice.
Yeah, but to me, it looked a little, and I'm sorry, people, we do personalities and appearances in the show, so you'll have to forgive us.
You
I thought it
do.
looked a little fried.
It did look dry. She
Yeah,
probably needs a good leave-in conditioner.
right, right,
Yeah. Hmm.
right. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, um, this will be an interesting relationship. I feel that he's more straightforward.
Yeah. More reserved.
And
And she's
she,
more young and youthful and fun. Yeah.
yeah, which I
Yeah.
was surprised because when you look at her, she seemed kind of quiet, but
Oh,
then,
yeah. Right.
yeah.
Right.
Let me see what I found about them that might have been interesting to people. I don't think there was much about her that I really great home visit.
Well, one
That's
thing
all
was
I
that
could get from Pastor Cal was great home visit. That was
but
it.
what I thought was interesting is that she said that um, she finds love wherever it is. So she had a couple of relationships that were overseas. She went to two different countries to meet a guy. So for me, it kind of sounded a little bit 90 Day Fiance-ish, which was a little bit of a red flag. Like, why are you traveling to some unknown place where you don't know that person? And I can understand if you did it once, but she did it twice.
Right.
So that
That's
shows that
really
she is
looking
in
for
love.
love.
Yeah, right. So I think that they look good on paper together, but it'll be interesting to see how it translates into like living with a person.
Yeah. And she has a really strong family bond.
Yeah.
Her family is one of the most important things to her. So it'll be interesting to see how he interacts with her family, because it seems like her family is a lot to do with who she is and what she does and so forth.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're a couple to watch, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope they're not boring.
Yeah. Well, I don't think she'll be boring, but he might be boring, but we'll see. He might surprise us. And but the thing is, he's 6'4" and she's a pipsqueak. So yeah.
That would be interesting. Yeah. I want to see them together at the altar.
Right. But it's almost like those romance novels we used to read as kids.
Oh my gosh, let's not even get into those. I used to be addicted to them.
We did. We were like addicted. Yeah, 4 or 5 a week. We're
reading through them things.
Right. Okay, so the next couple was Yasmina and Michael.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Michael a lot.
I do too, but he's so like quiet and
reserved. That's okay. Michael, I cannot wait to hear his full story. He's got something, he's gone through something that's, go ahead.
Well, so they were saying, so with both of them, they have very similar backgrounds. They both had a lot of hurt in their like family dynamic. He had a lot of deaths in his family.
Yes.
And she had abandonment. So I think that they'll connect if Michael can share his story with her and not be too reserved, they'll really connect on that.
His friend said, you cannot shut down.
Right.
You can't shut down. You've got to communicate. And it's like he is aware of that issue because he was talking about that issue, about him shutting down and having to learn how not to shut down, because lack of communication will kill a relationship in a minute.
And she said that. She says she always finds guys who don't share their feelings. And that they use her as a stepping stone to learning to be great and then go off to somebody else. That would be piss me off.
Yes.
Yeah. So I really like Yasmina too. I think she's super cute, strong personality, serious, she seems intelligent, but she seems like there's a little sadness in her.
She does have some sadness into her. I can't read what it is. And it wasn't Yasmina that had the abandonment issue with her.
Yeah, her mother abandoned her.
No, it wasn't Yasmina. I thought it was
No, it's Yasmina.
Yasmina had the shorter length hair, right around here, right?
Yeah. She's adopted. That's not her real mother. That's her stepmother.
Oh.
Her father kind of left her too because he went to Jamaica. He went back to Jamaica.
Right.
Yeah, and then she asked the stepmother to adopt her and her sister. So, and then that guy is her stepish father that was at the dinner.
Yeah. And it's funny, she told her dad that she was getting married and he was Jamaica. I said, I really didn't like it. And I was like, wow, okay, maybe he didn't have enough time to get a ticket and fly in, but we don't know what type of relationship they have.
Right.
So, but I really like her. Pastor Cal loved her and said that she needs a good husband and that he feels like those two would be really good together.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll be able to bring out more happiness in each other because he seems a little sad and reserved too.
Right.
So hopefully they'll bring some light and enjoyment to each other so that they can have a good relationship. But I think I like them as a couple, but it's really hard to know who Michael is at this point because he doesn't say much.
Yeah. So, Michael's 28 and he's a personal trainer.
Right.
And then Jasmine is 29 and she's an early childhood educator.
Right. Yeah.
So they're both near the same age and so we'll see what happens with them. And then what's next?
So the last couple is Chris and Alyssa. So I like Chris.
I like Chris a lot.
Yeah, but he's like that average guy, which is fine. He seems like a good guy, reliable, dependable, nice. and you'll have like a nice, quiet, but good life with him.
Yeah, totally
You know?
agree. I
Yeah.
think that's what she needs because that matches her personality.
Yeah, she's
She's
boring as
not, she's
hell.
more of an introvert. And she likes to sit quietly, watch what's going on around her with her friends and giggle and hee with her friends, which is fine and which is great. We need those type of people.
Right.
I'm that type of person. I like to sit back, giggle with my friends, hee how, watch people talk about them, sip on
I
my
like that.
wine.
I like that too, but I'll be on the dance floor with Noi dancing all night. That's how I am. But I had my first impression of Alyssa was completely different. I mean,
Yeah.
I think she's super cute. I think she's sexy. Right? Don't you think
Yeah,
so?
I thought she was a girl. I thought she was a girl that was out there making friends, laughing. But
Right.
then at the party, that's when I realized, oh my goodness, she's a
She's
reserved,
not.
introvert person. Yeah.
Right. So I thought, okay, maybe she's not gonna like him because he's attractive. He's nice looking. Chris is nice looking, but he's not hot. And so I would have pictured her with some hot, sexy
I
guy.
don't think she's that cute.
Oh,
I mean,
really?
she's cute. She's cute. She's a cute round face.
Yeah, I know.
She's cute. But I think that they're a compatible couple in appearances to me.
Okay. I thought
Yeah.
she was cuter than him.
Oh,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
but I do like the fact that they paired them up together. I'm hoping that they do work out. I like her group of friends. They were asking some good questions. Her one friend had some serious cleavage and showing some beautiful. She had some beautiful breasts. I was like, wow, her breasts look good. Wait to talk about that. I was like,
right.
good breasts.
Right.
But no, I think that they make a good. I believe they'll make a good couple.
Right.
He's really into marriage and really wants this to work.
Yeah. And he's more outgoing than that. He's funny. Like at the bachelor party, he was funny. Yeah.
He is funny. He is funny.
Yeah. I'm not too sure about that frisbee golf, but it shows that he's active.
That's active.
He's got to whip that frisbee.
I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But so that's all the couples. We don't have that much longer.
Right.
So the little get together when they got together to talk, I thought that was good for them all to sit down and meet. They opened up really quickly to each other, and talked about family. And that's where we learn about what is her name again? Lindsay. Is it Lindsay?
Lindsay, about her mother.
Her mother. Yeah, she starts
how
crying.
hurt she is. Yeah.
I can't wait to hear that story. And everybody seems supportive. I think that was good. The guys met, they all talked. Everybody has everybody wants to get married. Everybody's looking for that significant other. Everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants their family. Mark the Sharp wants it the most, I think, out of everybody.
Yeah, I think so too. Right.
I know. Everybody talked about what's going to happen. Are we going to consummate the marriage or not? It was funny. He was like, if it happens, it happens. But he really isn't like pressed for it,
Right. Yeah, I think Noi is more like she wants it to happen.
Yeah. Olajuwon, he'll take it if he can get it.
Yeah, even though he said no. He said if she wants to have sex, he's gonna look at her strangely because that's all he did before. So he said he wants to take it slow and see what happens. Yeah,
he did.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
do you want to talk about the Bachelor and Bachelorette party?
Yeah, we got to talk about that. Golly, we don't have much time, and we have two super interesting things to talk about: the wedding.
We'll come back. Yeah.
Yeah, we might have to end up coming back, and you guys might have to tune in if we don't.
Well, no, we'll come back. Like, no, we'll keep it going. We're not going to miss out on the
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So the girls' bachelorette party was a regular one. It was okay. The girls talked about each other. It was good that they brought their friends, and it wasn't just them. That was a good call to bring their friends, to make it more lively.
Yeah.
So that
you had mentioned how Lindsay had talked about each girl and had them down pat.
Yes, I loved it. She's like, and then she loves Jasmine's look.
Yasmina, yeah.
Yasmina's look. She loves it. did she call like Naomi or Iman, something like that?
Oh, I think she said Naomi. She said she looked like
Yeah.
Naomi Campbell.
Yeah. So she loves her. She loves her look. She said, you got to be surprised. It's always the quiet ones that be out there partying, dancing like noise. I
Yeah,
thought that was on point. And
right.
then she talked about how passionate
Katina is.
Katina was. And I
Yeah.
thought Katina was the really pretty one, but she
Yeah, I
liked,
thought so too.
yeah.
She liked
And then she
Yasmina.
couldn't remember the other girl's name. Isn't there another one?
Yeah. Yeah, Alyssa.
Alyssa.
Yes.
I was just like,
Yeah.
I cracked up
She was
because
right.
she was right. There was Alyssa in the corner with her friend. Like,
But
yeah.
why couldn't she go out there and meet and hang out with the other girls? Like, I don't get that.
Like she didn't know them, and she'll get to know them, and her friends were there, and if it was me,
I think the friends wanted to get up and dance.
You think so?
I think they wanted to, yeah.
Then they
But
should have told her, let's get up and dance.
She did say something. They did. And she was like, no, I don't think so. I think they'll stay here. And that's when I learned, okay, she's kind of boring. Maybe she is. And maybe that's why that boyfriend left.
Because that is so mean.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was being serious. Okay, I take that back then.
Yeah, take that back. Because the way he did it, she was coming home and he's like,
that was mean. Yeah, that was horrible.
I was like, what the? Out of the blue. But no, you had to have a clue somewhere along the line. You
would think that you would have a clue.
You didn't pick up on it. That's what happened. She didn't pick up on the clues because somebody just doesn't up out of the blue wake up. I'm done with this relationship. No, he was messing around with somebody else along the way.
Yeah, he definitely was. So we have less than a minute. We're gonna hop off and then hop right back
on. So give us 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Right back.
Okay.
Okay, we're back, everybody. But so her boyfriend left her. She didn't read the clues.
Right. So, she didn't see the clues at all.
Right.
Yeah.
But she's really physically fit.
Yes, she is.
Great shape, runs and so forth. Watching her run made me want to go out and start running.
Oh, really? I hate running. I love working out, but I hate running.
I know.
But that's good.
I call it, but it's not gonna happen. It's gonna continue to be the fast jog walk.
Right.
But anyway, so
let's talk about the men's bachelor party, which was a shock. I don't know why they continue to have strippers for the men and then just
nothing for the women
party for the girls. Why have those strippers there?
I was thinking the same thing. I said, why do the women not have a male stripper there? Why do the men get strippers?
Right. Instead, they had drag queens, which they seem to love.
They said what?
Instead, they had drag queens come out, which they seem to love. But I would rather have a stripper,
I mean, I don't want a stripper, but my friends would. So good for them. And then we can have it for them. I don't want to see some drag queens. I mean, I love me some drag queens, but I'm not interested in having them come to my bachelorette party.
Right.
What, they gonna teach me how to put makeup on? No.
No, they're gonna perform and dance and stuff like that.
It's my last night of being
free. I know, exactly.
Right. Drag queens. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What I found different was that the men, like, I was disgusted with Olajuwon.
First of all, it's not only Olajuwon, it was Mark too.
Mark the Shark. I know. Okay, so first of all, the lady was like, she was barely wearing anything.
Yes, she wasn't. And she was a real stripper.
Yeah.
She was a real stripper.
She was a real stripper. She was a real stripper.
Yeah.
Like, she spread them legs like, I was
right. Like, and then she had that jiggle, and then she was like, she was into what
she was shaking her booty.
Yeah. And she was into what Olajuwon was doing, so.
And then he had the nerve to have his legs. He had the nerve to have his legs at the very end around her neck.
And she was like,
I was just like, your soon-to-be wife will eventually see this video.
For me, the worst part was when he had his face up against her butt and she was like, that was like, what? So like, how would you feel if you were the girls and then saw this afterwards.
Okay, so if I saw it afterwards, I don't know if I would be upset. The reason why is that we're not married. He hasn't
Right.
even met me yet.
Right.
He's sowing his last bit of wild oats. So sow that sow it.
Right. Yeah.
Because
Right.
afterwards, that shit's not going to be happening. It was funny that they were showing him acting a complete fool over some damn stripper, rubbing.
Right.
Why are you rubbing your skin up against somebody's butt? Do men like butts that much?
I do believe so.
My gosh. I was like,
Uh-huh.
and she's probably sweating, so kind of like probably smells. But anyway.
Well, no, probably not. What are you talking about?
I mean, like, it's right back.
Let's hope it didn't.
Yeah, let's. Okay. So, but it was funny how they were showing him acting a fool. And in the next side theme, they were showing her talking about, I'm not doing none of that leg thing like that and all that.
I know.
No,
you can't tie me up. I'm not into that. No sex toys.
I was like, ooh.
And she was like, I think he's gonna be the same way too. Wrong.
I was like, wow, okay. Did they get that wrong?
Well, maybe he'll open her up, literally. So
yeah, so that was different. I was like, yeah.
Right.
I was surprised at Mark. Oh
yeah, he loved it too. But I think his was even worse because she was all up on him.
But
yeah, but
was she upside down?
Yeah, she was upside down.
I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah, but like you said, so in the wild oats, and it's not like they were in a relationship before where this would be kind of like cheating.
Right.
They're unknowns to each other. So yeah. But right. it was good to see Steve loosen up, right?
Just a little bit. I don't know if you can even call that loosening up.
Right.
But we all forget that they're on camera.
Right.
So it's kind of like nerve-wracking to be on camera.
Right. And you don't want to do too much.
Right. But it also makes you wonder, Olajuwon, I bet you they cut some stuff out that they didn't want us to see because he was probably acting the fool.
Right. And one thing we forgot to mention was like when he was telling his family about him getting married, and he said, like, what do you want out of a woman? And he said she has to be able to cook. And all the women were like, that were there. And he was like, that is a deal breaker for me. I want to come home, have meal prepared. She has to be able to cook. And then his niece was like, well, how about if she can't cook? He was like, no, she has to be able to cook. And then his sister-in-law said, listen, you can't be so like, that can't be a deal breaker for you. You have to be able to work around that. And he was like, no. And
why?
So she was like,
did they ask him why?
That's just his ideal marriage, coming home from work and his wife cooking for him, Mm-hmm. And then at the bachelor party, his friends were like, what if, didn't they say something like, what if, because he was like, I want my woman to come strip with me. I want her to be dropping money on these girls. And the friend was like, you have to realize that when you get money, your woman, and he said, beside me, he's like, no, she's going to be a part of you.
Right.
And he was like, oh yeah, right. A part. Because so he's trying, but he's not quite there yet,
That's scary.
Yeah. That's
scary because if she falls in love with him and he's not quite there yet, and you don't know why or how you're getting married, and it's because I want her to, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how this goes. He better,
He's going to be really attracted. They're going to be real attracted to each other. He's going to be really attracted to her. No doubt about that.
Right.
Yeah.
The attraction can wane after a while, especially when people start getting on your nerves.
Right. Yeah, that's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I think they're a good looking group, all of them. Yeah. And I think they paired them up correctly in terms of looks, because that's important, because that's sometimes why some of these relationships don't work.
Yeah, physical attraction. Right. Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm-hmm. So we got to see the dresses, the suits. So let's talk about the first marriage.
Yeah. I did like that wedding dress with the sleeves.
Oh, that which one Yasmina had on?
Yeah, but
No,
then they didn't like it.
yeah, she did the one that had like the
The
late.
laces. Yeah,
Yeah, I
the
like that
laces.
too.
I liked it. It was different.
Yeah, I didn't really care for the dress that she chose
Me neither.
with the
Mm-mm.
big ruffles on the
Yeah,
bottom
it's like done that, seen that all over the
a
place.
million times.
Yes.
So what did you think about Lindsay's dress?
It looked like she was wearing, I didn't like it.
Okay.
But it
I
looks
thought
good
that the
on her.
top should have been tighter and snatched her in more,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Because
I
her
agree.
breasts were loose. She should have had her breasts like taped up, you
Yeah,
know.
they sell that
Yeah,
stuff on Instagram.
right. Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
Amazon. She got that from Amazon.
big
So
tape thing. You could have gotten it
yeah,
from there too.
yeah. So I don't understand why Lindsay felt the need to get drunk before she got married.
She was nervous and upset.
Mm,
She was
mm.
nervous and upset. Her mom wasn't there. She was
Mm.
nervous. She was just nervous and upset. But what more importantly, why didn't her friends stop it from happening?
I know. They encouraged her.
Yeah,
At
you
some
need another
point.
bottle. Well, yeah, at the second one, yeah. I was just like,
Yeah.
the minute I saw her go, oh, and she in the car, and she's like, I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
oh, we're going downtown. It's over.
Yeah.
And then next thing you
Yeah.
know, she was laying on I was
The,
like, wow.
I
I'm in the
know.
car. Like you're in your wedding
Yeah.
dress, honey. It's white,
I
no
know.
wrinkles. You're supposed to be like,
Right.
cannot move, cannot move.
Right.
Don't breathe
Right.
now.
Right.
And she's drinking and drinking. And then next thing you know, she's laying on I was like,
I
But
know.
drinking started beforehand
Yeah.
because
I know
when
why they were getting ready.
yes, you see her going like this to the she took off her wedding gown, the top part of her wedding gown in the hotel room and was
Well,
shaking her
oh,
chest.
I didn't see.
Yeah, she
I
was
saw
shaking.
when she pulled it down because she was looking for her vows. And
Yeah,
she was just like pulled down her
yeah.
top.
No, this is
Like,
when they were
girl.
in the room,
Oh,
in
I
the
didn't see
wedding
that.
room, in the room getting ready. Her friends were there. She took her top completely down to her waist area and was like shaking her breast. I was like,
Yeah.
oh wow, we're there already.
Right.
And so when she got in the car and she continued drinking, I was like, oh. And then like when I saw her like walking and stumbling and what she would like, I'm inside in the bathroom, where's the restroom? I was like, oh, or Mark the Shark.
I know. That's what I was thinking
I was just like,
too.
this is his dream.
I
And he
know.
doesn't want this. I was just like, ah.
And then she could not stop talking during the whole wedding. She kept on making funny comments. And it's like,
She's
it's good in the
nervous.
beginning, but then when you're saying the vows, you just need to
Shut
like
up.
get it serious. Yeah.
Yeah, she was just nervous. Her nerves. When she sees that, she's gonna regret it.
Oh, yeah.
She's gonna
Mm-hmm.
regret the whole thing. It was just her nerves just got the best of her, and she just kept talking and talking and talking.
Right.
Like when she was
Right.
looking for her vows and was like showing her breast, I said she is flat out piss drunk.
Right. Right. I know.
Do you think
Yeah.
they made her sober up first before they brought
I
her?
hope so. I hope they made her because she did seem a little bit better when she was walking down the aisle. Like when during the vow thing, she seemed less drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she just, I don't know. It was an interesting wedding ceremony.
It was painful to watch for me.
Yeah, it was. It was painful.
And afterwards, it was even more painful. But Mark kept such a good, positive
Attitude. Yeah.
attitude. Yeah. Like
Mhm.
remember she was laying on the bench?
I know. And talking about monkeys. And he's like, but I don't have a monkey. But I don't have a monkey.
I was just like,
And then they were talking about cats.
I know.
Oh my God.
He is a lot to handle.
Yeah, and he knows that, but he seems still positive about it.
But what else is he gonna do?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, if it was me, I'd have been like, we're not married yet, so it's a divorce. I don't.
Well, you got to give him more of a chance.
I don't know if I could do it. I don't think I could do that. If I want to have kids, I don't want to have an extra humongous kid to take care of.
Mm-hmm,
But like you said, maybe she's changing. Maybe it's her nerves got the best of her, and that's what's caused all this issue.
Right, right.
Yeah. So yeah, so no, this was a good episode. It was 3 hours too long. It was too long.
An hour too long. Yeah.
Yeah, they could have condensed it all,
Mhm.
and they should have had less commercials. Now, I wonder if next week going to be 3 hours too.
No, it should be just 2 hours, hopefully. I think just the first episode.
Okay, so next week will we see all the weddings?
No, I think we'll have one more. I think there's 2 more episodes of weddings.
Oh my goodness, wow.
Yeah. So my battery's about to die on my computer.
Well, everybody, we will see you guys on Friday.
Yes.
Because Friday we are taping
two shows. We are taping Ready to Love and Ladies Who List, both on OWN. So be ready.
Yes, and I might have this hairstyle again, people, but this time it might be pressed up. I don't know.
Oh yeah, in a mohawk. Yeah,
and a faux hawk. Yeah.
Mohawk. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and please comment below.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.